Okay, so you might be thinking, oh god, another devlog where this guy, I don't know even why you click on him, because I don't click on him anymore. Because honestly, a lot of it's like, oh, this is an advertisement. Hey, and guess what? This is an advertisement. I don't like the modern way of like advertising games by acting like, you're giving all this value to people, and I don't know, it just feels fake. It feels phony. um, it's weird that we're rewarding the people who make games that are most articulate and able to express their thoughts the best. Like, why the hell is that the metric? Like, oh, this guy can talk well, so his game is played more. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Some of the best creatives, some of the best creators are going to be those people that are outcasts from society, that can't speak well, that can't maybe put a thought together, but they are just engulfed in these little worlds that end up being beautiful and engaging and interesting and have mystery in them, and all of this is a reflection of this person's inner turmoil, maybe, at not fitting into the world. I mean, how else could you create an incredible world, spend all the time really going deep on making a better world, if you enjoyed this one enough to be an effective communicator? It just doesn't make sense to me. Anyways, I'm making a game called Doc King. And yeah, I don't really make games to sell them necessarily. I don't make games that are like, the right game to make. It's just my hobby. I heard someone say recently, making games is the best game, and I think there's a lot of truth to that, because sometimes I just really get engulfed in it, and I go down a rabbit hole, and 8 hours later I come out and I'm like, wow, like I've been in the flow state or whatever it is. And I've gotten, and at the start these were terrible games, these were very bad experiences. I made my friends play, and they were nice enough to be like, oh, okay, like a mom when she sees the kid drawing the thing for the first time. She's like, wow, very nice, trying to be supportive and all. I think I've gotten better at it, so this is my new, world that I've engulfed myself in. I love Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm not ashamed to say it. I know it's all commercialized, and it's all mainstream and all that. I don't give a shit. I really don't. It's an awesome universe that they created. Very unique. You don't see that often. I'm older now. I'm 32, so I'm not engulfed in media as much as I was when I was younger. So I don't know if they have new cool pirate worlds. I never got into One Piece. And I really had this idea one day and ran with it. And it was not a grand idea. This is not the dream game. I don't even have a dream game, to be honest. I like all of the games that I work on for different reasons. So really, I am just wanting to show you the current state of this. And the game itself has evolved. I've worked on it in entirely the wrong way, by the way. What I've done is I have started with the environment. I started by building out this little pirate town, and then I was like, okay, what game could I make out of this? All of the advice in the game dev world will point you in the opposite direction. It'll say, make a prototype really fast. Focus on a game mechanic. Focus on a feature. make it tight. I have done the opposite. I've made it very loose. I'm still getting the game mechanics to fit together. I still don't have a prototype after like 6 months of working on it. I just keep adding on to the world, like I just like seeing this world come to life slowly. And, that means that if this was my main way of making money, I would be screwed. Like I would be a bad businessman. If I was given a government grant, which I wouldn't, I live in the States. I'm very envious of all the Canadians. If I was given a government grant, they should take that away from me because I'm not effective at my game dev process. Anyways, I am older and I'm better, and I'm hoping that this is now at the state that like people will want to play it. I haven't made many games that people have wanted to play, and that's depressing. And I'm not trying to get any sympathy here, but I'm just talking through my journey, and part of that journey has been creating in isolation, because nobody's really interested in the things that I make. I don't think that'll ever stop me. I think I'll keep making games until it's not an interest anymore, even if I don't ever get an audience. But yeah, this is an attempt, to pull down the what's it called? The Wizard of Oz curtain. This is an attempt to get people interested in the game. So I should talk about it a little bit, right? This is what happened. So I just told you I had no idea what I was doing with the game. I had no idea what the mechanics would be. I was like, you know what? I'm in this cool little pirate town, and maybe it'd be nice to like go fishing, Maybe it'd be nice to like dive under the water and see what pirate wrecks there are, So that kind of spelled itself out as like a Stardew Valley type of thing. And I was like, okay, well, what elements of that do I not like as a player, or do I not want to create as a developer? Farming, I don't really care for. Relationships, I don't really care for. I got them in real life. I don't need them in a video game. No offense to anyone that likes that thing. It's just never interested me in video games. It's always felt like I'm just having a relationship with the game creator in a weird way, like his multiple personalities. So I'm not too interested in that. I am kind of interested in like automating these things. So it might turn into a bit of a colony sim, where like you're hiring urchins, street urchins on the docks to like, do fishing for you. Like maybe you don't like the fishing in the game. I'm not a perfect game creator. Maybe the fishing sucks. Then you can hire these guys to do the fishing for you, and then you can spend all your day diving or whatever. It's like kind of emulating like what retirement is like, right? Like you do all of this work for maybe like 5 hours of the game. You're like a dock worker in his 20s and his 30s and 40s, and then you're like, oh shit, I can start paying people to do these things. So there is an overarching narrative of the game. Really quick, it's like all about kind of rediscovering your childhood and like fixing your adulthood by rediscovering that part of yourself. That's going to be kind of caked within like a hallucinogenic experience. Witch doctor's going to give you a brew that basically, has to do with like a Mayan necklace that transports you back to your past. So there's going to be a little bit of a magical aspect to it. But in the end, it's going to be, you could view it as, oh, this is just a psychedelic experience. And he's just going through this in his head. But, for players that don't see it that way, they might just see it as, oh, this is a cool, like, time traveling, like, Zelda Ocarina of Time type of thing where you're able to go between the two. And okay, yeah. Anyways, thanks for listening to this rant. It wouldn't mean a lot. If you like wish list and did all of that, that'd be cool. And I'd love to have conversations about anything, because the game dev world is not that large, and I don't have a ton of friends in the space, to be honest. And so it's cool to talk with other people online, strangers even, about random game dev shit. So leave a comment below, and yeah, thanks for listening.